Good evening. Today is Wednesday, December the 18th, 2024. 12/18/2024. So I'm focusing right in on the number 18. The number 18 is giving me an energy of a person who's excited, almost anxious to get started on a new exciting path. Someone who's taken their desire and sat with it and come up with a game plan, and they've cultivated this idea and they've allowed themselves to feel excited about it. They're imagining themselves in that reality. So much so till there's an energy of maybe forcing things to happen. Wanting something so bad that you are willing to force something to happen, or through the course of working out your plans, there were some factors, some variables that you weren't able to control, and instead of making the proper adjustments for those things that you didn't account for, you let your ego get the better of you and you try to force ahead. So I'm seeing a warning with the number 18 here. 18 adds up to 9, the 1 plus 8. So there is an energy of appreciation, but it might not be so easy to arrive at that appreciation right off if there's so much excitement. This is an appreciation that must be achieved by stepping back from your situation, stepping back from the excitement of the situation. Also, separating yourself away from what you created so that you can look at things objectively. Stepping back, seeing the big picture also will allow you to be able to see any potential obstacles approaching, or to be able to anticipate any changes in the environment, the same environment that created the opportunity for whatever service or product or relationship that you formed. There's a warning not to get so involved in the enterprise that you fail to properly judge the market. You fail to get an accurate beat on the market. Getting so involved in your own ideas that you lose touch with your customer base, your audience. This is also a warning that says I'm getting the phrase, be flexible. They're taking me to a gym and there's a bodybuilder who gets his mind is so preoccupied on building muscle that he fails to stretch before working out, and he fails to he's neglecting his flexibility exercises, and there's a tendency to become muscle bound. So losing your flexibility, becoming bound by your own muscles, becoming trapped by your own strength. And also you run the risk of injuring yourself if you don't wrap things up gradually. That's an idea that I've been getting today too, about allowing yourself to get acclimated to the changing environment so that you don't want to go from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. You don't want to blow up the engine. You want to warm the engine up properly and gradually increase speed, intensity, temperature. So again, there's a warning here that says don't try to force things to happen just because you want them so bad. Allow yourself to adapt to the changing environment. Make minor adjustments as you go to fine-tune your service, your products, as you get to know this person that you're interested in, this person that you have a desire to build things with. This is also for people who are thinking of becoming a part of a blended family, to allow yourself time to get to understand the unique dynamics of that family that you're potentially going to enter into. That's something specific for someone. So I'm getting the 12 plus 18 12 plus 18 is 30. And again, 30 is this creative energy, that's the 3, times the 10 energy of mastery. Some people like to use the word 10 for magic, but I stay away from the word magic because it's more about experience and skill than magic. The 10 energy is about someone who has acquired a skill, cultivated a skill to the point that they've mastered it. And the 3 that we're multiplying by 10 is about creativity. So I'm seeing art. Okay, so the number 3 is a creative number. You get 3 when you add 1, which is the masculine number, plus 2, which is the feminine number, and together you get the fertilization of the egg, you get the conception of the idea. So 3 stands for creation made up of 1 and 2. But Spirit is also telling me that when you have an opportunity to correct an imbalance, so an imbalance would be number 5. The problem number would be 5. A crisis, an imbalance, that's just waiting to be resolved into 6. So once you recognize that there's a problem or an opportunity for something to be satisfied or corrected, rectified, and you understand what your capabilities are and what your options are, and you also understand how beneficial it will be for everyone involved to have that situation resolved, then you gain an appreciation for the whole situation and all the circumstances around it and the people involved. So taking that problem or that crisis, 5, and then add the energy of appreciation or even recognition, understanding the importance of resolving the situation and all the aspects of it that need to be addressed. The problem, 5, plus the appreciation, 9, gives me 14. 14 is a number of recognizing and appreciating the beneficial aspects, the useful aspects of opposite concepts, opposite personalities. Recognizing what both opposites of the continuum bring to the table. The need for balance. So the reason why they're showing me that is because creativity expresses itself as art. Art is the expression or the manifestation of the solution of a problem. It's the manifestation, the conversion of a problem into a solution that can be felt, experienced, enjoyed, appreciated. Creative communication, 12 plus 18 equals 30, is about someone who has mastered the ability to use art to communicate a solution, uses art to communicate feelings, solutions, scenarios, situations, communicate stories, passing down stories, directions, methods. 30 talks about a person who has mastered the art of using art to express these things in a way much more efficient and effective than words could do it. This creative communication is something that's felt. It's felt in the mind, body, and spirit more than it is heard. It's felt. 12 plus 18 equals 30, and 30 plus 8 equals 38, which ends up being an 11 number. 11 is a number of manifestation, and the first step to manifestation is visualization or imagination, imagining what you want, imagining the solution, imagining what you want to create. The 38 form of 11 emphasizes the importance of creativity first. 38 is creative communication to begin with, but the 8 energy is what are we communicating about? We're communicating about how to accumulate prosperity, material goods, resources, time, health, energy. We're also looking at finances, anything that you would consider a resource, anything that can be expended to add enjoyment to your life or add value to your life, anything that can be spent or invested or acquired, gain. So the number 38, it's a manifestation number. It emphasizes the mastery of creative communication about how to generate prosperity through the act of gratitude. You can also arrive at 38 by taking the number 20, and 20 is a number of judgment, and adding the number 18 to it. So once you feel this judgment, how do you react to it? What do you take away from it? Does this judgment deflate you? Does it discourage you? Or does it inspire you? Does it teach you a lesson? Does it cause you to appreciate and value? Does it add opportunity to your life? So there's a certain miracle in allowing a judgment situation to educate you, to discipline you. It requires maturity, patience. So there's also an energy here about patience, the virtues of being patient, to wait for the information that comes along with the passing of time and experience the development of the plot of a story. Also, the working out of one's free will. Everyone has the gift of free will. So you being patient honors the privilege of free will that all humans have. Patiently holding space for others to make choices that put them individually in line for their own highest timeline, their own highest manifestation. It's the highest form of love. So another way that we can add these numbers up is we could sum 12 to 3, and we can sum 18 to 9. And 2024 is 8. So 3 plus 9, that would be 12, plus 8. So 12 plus 8 is 20. I'm seeing a 1208. December the 8th may mean something to some of you. Think about some things that happened in your life on December the 8th, 10 days ago. What were you letting go of 10 days ago? Something that has to do with something that was valuable to you, maybe an opportunity, one opportunity that you gave up in exchange for one that you felt was more in line with your highest timeline, your highest desire. Something that you felt was worth sacrificing for something greater. I had received information about 1212 being right in the midst of a of a great awakening, that there would be light shed on a mysterious situation that we've been facing, feeling like an agenda, ancient knowledge, history that has been rewritten in order to ancient history and knowledge that has been written over in order to support a synthetic, energetic infrastructure in order to lower the frequency of humanity on this planet, to enslave them, to enslave humanity, to put them in an energetic cage, lowering their frequency, increasing the density, the energetic, increasing the density, so that humanity, using humanity for their avatars, using their avatars as containers that could be captured so that humanity could be amortized or enslaved, accumulated, harvested, farmed, seen for their monetary value and not their actual value, their worth. There's been a new narrative written over the real history of humanity in order to have a backup timeline, a synthetic timeline. This was not in accordance with the divine plan, but humankind was allowed to create this timeline, this energetic situation, until it reached a critical mass where the lies accumulated, karmic debt accumulated until it reached a critical mass. So for several weeks and months, I was made aware of December 12th, 12/12 being an awakening of humanity that was spurred on by the rising energetic frequency of the planet, that was kicked off on April the 8th with the total solar eclipse. And that total solar eclipse, it signified a great uncovering. It kicked off a great reset of humanity into a time of miracles, a time that is less material based and more based on energy, frequency, and vibration. This year was the year that humanity is reminded that everything that is material begins as energy. We learned the power of manifestation through the persistence and consistency and insistency on the highest vibrational thought. This was the year that we learned the power of manifestation through the energetic frequency that we hold. This time period following the eclipse of April the 8th has been teaching humanity, reminding humanity that everything that manifests begins as a thought. Our minds create our realities, and we can create our realities through what we choose to think about and how we choose to feel about it. I'm being reminded that Jesus said that the greatest commandment was to love your neighbor as yourself. That was the only requirement, was to love one another as I have loved you. I'm hearing the scripture that love covers a multitude of sins. This gratitude stems from love, an appreciation for life. When Jesus said to love your neighbor as yourself, he didn't say love your neighbor better than yourself. That's not possible. You can't love another person more than you loved yourself. So this love for life, this love for self, if you love your neighbor as yourself, that's another way of saying to have empathy. True love and empathy toward our neighbors, it governs our behaviors so that we would never do something to someone that we would not want done to us. Therefore, we would not infringe on others. We would not threaten others. We would not take others' property. We would not do anything to decrease the standard of living, the quality of life of another person. Instead, we would constantly be looking for ways to enhance or increase the quality of life for our neighbors, because we know that that is what we would want done for ourselves. It means that we constantly we grow our empathy by choosing to learn more and more about ourselves, which gives us the ability to empathize more and more with others. The more you educate yourself, the more ability you have to express higher and higher feelings. The more you educate yourself, the greater your ability to express the way you feel about things you have never felt before. And this in turn causes an increase in the energetic frequency. Education comes before appreciation, and appreciation or gratitude raises the energetic frequency, and raising the energetic frequency is the key to manifestation into higher timelines. Education makes it possible to rise above, a step above, any problem or imbalance. It is the natural progression of overcoming the crisis of the crises you encounter while through the ascension process. As we ascend, we feel growing pains, and these growing pains require additional knowledge, because the pain comes from a cognitive dissonance. It's an uncomfortable feeling that comes from not understanding something that is in an energetic vibration higher than where we came from. Education gives us the ability to meet that higher energetic vibration, and it allows the pleasant, desirable reality to drop into our current timeline. It allows rising above the crisis, creates an appreciation not only for the problem but the solution, and also the steps involved in working out the solution. And that appreciation raises the energetic vibration into raises your energetic vibration. Therefore, you don't chase after a manifestation. You imagine living within the vibration of the manifestation, and that appreciation gained makes you the embodiment of that vibration. You become an energetic match for the vibration of your desire, which causes that desired circumstance, situation, relationship, material, health situation, condition to fall into your current experience. Looking at my numerology chart, I'm seeing that December 15th was a pivotal day for most of us. 12 plus 15 adds up to 27. 27 is a number that makes me imagine like someone just pulling the rug from underneath. And I've been having this vision of the floor lifted and then new carpet put down or new flooring put down. So 3 days after the awakening, a lot of us experienced a huge shift. We noticed it was a very noticeable paradigm shift. When we realized that everything was energetic, everything has energetic origins, everything begins as spirit, it begins as a thought, it begins as energy. We started paying more serious attention to the UAPs. We noticed that the UAP activity increased. And it served to really put things in perspective for humanity. Like, who are we? Where do we fit in the grand scheme of the cosmos? We were put in our place. The governments and all of the government's subjects. Many people weren't ready to recognize that, and it's still a struggle for a lot of people to recognize this shift from a focus on materiality to a focus on spirituality, a focus on energy, frequency, and vibration. So we talked about 12/12 being the day of an awakening, the culmination of the awakening. And 13 days after 12/12, from December 13th to December 25th, I've been calling it the 12 days of gratitude. Finding something every day to be grateful for. I've been really talking a lot about how gratitude, it's the highest vibration, and gratitude has the power to lift you out of your current energetic timeline into a higher one. Gratitude is necessary for manifestation to your highest timeline. In order to manifest your desires, you must show gratitude. Gratitude for your experiences and your circumstances and your resources. Gratitude unlocks your blessings. In order for you to learn a lesson, in order for you to receive your blessing, gratitude moves a 12 vibration into a 21 vibration. And 12 plus 21 is 33, and 33 is the master number for demonstration, teaching, learning, lessons. So starting from 12/12, the awakening, 13 days. 13 is the number of transformation. It also happens that the word table has an energetic vibration of 13. There's an energy of the tables turning. I received a vision on July 25th from Matthew chapter 20, verse 16, where Jesus said the first would be last and the last would be first. And I'm seeing that this 13 days following the 12/12 awakening is a turning of the tables. Starting, and I'm seeing 12:21 on the timer right now. So today is 12/18, the 18th of December, and we are 3 days away from 12/21. And 12/21 adds up to 33. So what we're all experiencing right now is a turning of the tables. There's something really big. You can feel it right now. And in order to get yourself ready to receive this, we have to hold ourselves in a state of gratitude for everything around us. Gratitude unlocks your power of transmutation, and transmutation transforms hardships into harvest.